Hello there everyone, and welcome to my 100% playthrough of Ash's Afterglow on Apocalypse. This is map 23, Pipeworks, part 1. Ooh. So, in the Pipeworks finally. The service tunnels that connects Prosperity to pretty much everywhere else in the Badlands. Well, before we start the map proper, we're going to take a little pit stop back into Prosperity, speaking of which, because I did say before going to the next map, which in the previous video's case was Pipeworks, that I was going to see a certain vendor first. This gentleman right here, the Leatherworker. The stocky man is busy cutting a piece of leather into strips. Ah, howdy. Haven't seen you guys around here lately, and haven't seen you before either. You sure look like a fan of leather goods, though. What can I make for you? Us guys? What do you mean? Or sorry, who do you mean? You not with those other scaver folk? My apologies. They live just outside the market, by the farms on the south side, if you're wanting to meet them. Pretty sure they picked this area clean of junk, though, if you're looking for a new claim, though. He chuckles. Tell me about these other scavengers. Talk to Silver. He's the one running their little pawn shop. The others, well, let's just say their staircases don't go all the way to the top, if you catch my meaning. Anyway, do you want to buy something or just flap gums? What sort of things do you make? What'll it be? I can make just about anything if you're willing to wait. If you need armor, I have some already, but if it's boots or clothes, you'll have to wait a few days. If you need new bags or bandoliers, those don't take too long, though. Oh, and before you ask, no, it doesn't come in black. I sell it as you see it. Is there anything you need finding? Me? No, not right now. I try to make my own tools when I can. A well-tooled knife can last for years. If you want me to make something, though, I'm happy enough to take scrap for trade. Can I ask you something else? Alright then. What else do you need? Do you make this stuff yourself? Of course. My father taught me his trade, and his pa taught him. It's definitely helped me keep a roof over my head for the last few years, let me tell you. A lot less dangerous than being a guard or a scav. I only have to worry about my own knives. How do you make it? You really want to know? Hope you aren't on the squeamish side. If you want to make a set of leather, you'll need the skin of an animal, its brains, something to hang the skin on, and a good knife. You really want to hear this, son? I'll just end up talking your ear off. How do you prepare the skin? First, you trim off all the damaged or unneeded parts. That includes any flesh. I usually soak it in water for a few days if I can get hot water, but you can also use chemicals too. This will loosen the hair and let you scrape off the membrane of the hide. You have to be really careful here not to cut the hide itself, though. Then you can brain it. Brain it? They say every animal has enough brain to tan its own hide. This is what tans the leather to give it that toughness. It's also what gets some folk a little squeamish. You soak the brains with a few gallons of hot water and a little oil. You'll get this goopy brain sludge which you can soak the hide in overnight. That's the last part before you wring it out a few times, stretch it out with some poles and smoke it over a stove or fire pit. Think you could teach me? You? You're a bit old to be my apprentice, son. I have to see how you handle a blade. It's not difficult to learn. The hardest part is the skinning. Pretty easy to tear the hide off if you aren't careful. If you're serious, come back when you run out of things to do. I can't pay you, but you're welcome to sell anything you make when we're finished. Can you make something for me? Or wait, sorry, no. What's Prosperity like? Hard. A lot harder than it usually is these days. But the Baron runs the place like a master, and there are good people here. You won't find many towns like Prosperity. It's a real diamond in the rough. These days? What changed? He is silent for a moment. A lot of problems I don't want to bother a newcomer with. Life in the Badlands has never been easy. Some days it feels like you have to rip life from the very earth just to survive it. We'll survive, you can count on it. But the bigger this place gets, the more mouths we have to feed, and all the more work to feed them. Tell me about the Baron. A very intelligent man. A very private man. I've lived here for a couple of years now, only spoken to him once. I don't know where he got all that know-how, but I reckon he's running from someplace somewhere that didn't have a happy ending. Call it a hunch. But enough. I ain't the kind to be gossiping about my neighbors. What is it you wanted, son? Let's see. Bandoliers? I could always use more ammo. Sure. Always handy being able to carry more lead. Well, you got a choice. I can either make you a bandolier for loose bullets, or a side pouch for larger things like spare magazines or grenades. Or both. I got enough leather right now, if and you can afford it. How much would a bandolier cost? I can make one for you right now for about 50 bucks. You just need to decide what ammo you want me to size it for. Needs to be a tight fit, or you'll be dropping your stuff everywhere. I can fit it for loose 45, shotgun shells, or musket slugs. Before you ask, no, I don't accept bullets for trade. Sound good? 50 bucks in scrap, okay? I'm ready to choose. Great. This'll take about an hour to stitch up. So what kind of ammo do you want me to size it for? It lets you carry around half again what you can already fit in that backpack. I think for this, I usually go for 12 gauge. Shotgun shells, 12 gauge. The work takes just short of an hour. The quality looks exceptional. Here you go. Try this on. It shouldn't be too tight. Should give you a little more firepower to hand. Now, will you be needing anything else? Can you make another one? Sure. Let's see. A side pouch. How much? That'll cost 50 bucks. Cash or scrap. No bullets. I'll make one up for you right now. Won't take long. It'd be good for carrying extra pistol magazines, rifle mags, grenades, or pipe bombs, or even gas cylinders. Pick one, though. You don't want to mix ammo in the same pouch, and you should only use one of these because they can get pretty heavy. Sound good? 50 bucks in scrap, okay? I'm ready to choose. Sure. This won't take long. Any idea what you want to put in it? It'll let you carry around half again what you can already fit in that backpack. Let's see. Gas cylinders. I want to max out my gas cylinder capacity. Actually, you know what? We are going to be using the Master Blaster a lot in the Biodome map. So I think I will actually get... because I don't really need more 9mm. I mean, 320 is plenty. I could have some more 5.56. Oh, yes, by the way. Notice how one of the options here says 5.56 rifle mags. But the ammo counter says 223. Well, 5.56 is a different caliber of ammunition. It's basically the same as 223, only the mil-spec version. 223 came first, but it is the civilian version. The 5.56 NATO cartridge and the 223 Remington cartridge have very similar dimensions, and you can fire 223 out of a 5.56 chamber, but not the opposite way around, because 5.56 basically just has more pressure, like more gunpowder in it. It's a much higher pressure round. So it is more powerful, allows for higher velocities, but hey, 223 is no slouch. But yeah, so this is what I was referencing earlier. They don't call it 223, they call it 5.56, or rather you do, because this is the scaver about to speak. But yeah, if you get the 5.56 rifle mag option, your 223 will increase in capacity. That was probably just a slight little oversight, but yeah, that's alright. If you're a bit of a gun aficionado, that should be obvious enough. But if you're not, that can be a bit confusing. You'd probably be like, what the hell is 5.56? I don't have any of that. So you'd have to execute a little trial and error. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, I think I'll take gas cylinders this time. See how much firepower I can carry that way, because I'm almost full on gas now. But when I get more of it, or when I see more canisters, I'll actually be able to pick them up instead of just, you know, forcibly, or being forced to leave them behind. So yeah, we'll do gas. Gas cylinders. Make it fireproof if you can. The work takes just short of an hour. The quality looks exceptional. Here you go. Try this on. It shouldn't be too tight. Should give you a little more firepower to hand. Now, will you be needing anything else? No, sir. 100 scrap for two bandolier, well, a bandolier and a side pouch. I'll take it. And we are actually, when we go back into Pipeworks, which is right now, we will be finding the final part of Project P.I.G. Yes, it is in this map. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I did mention it was close by, but I didn't know if I specified which map it was in. It is in this map, and we will be finding it in this part here. Yes, Pipeworks will be another multi-parter, but it won't be as long as part 1 of Badlands, I promise. But anyway, once I find the final part of Project P.I.G, and we get to the next workbench, I will construct Project P.I.G, as well as make some more stuff. And I might even mod the Master Blaster, which I don't normally do. But the biodome, it's kind of, I'm not going to say it requires it, but it'll just be a much easier time if you do, so. But that is later. This is the present. So for now, we're just going to worm our way through the, well, sorry, not the, just Pipeworks. Worm our way through Pipeworks here. 66 kills, a decent little chunk of items, and 3 secrets. Now, like I said, this is going to be a multi-parter, because I did mention in the previous map that there are factions you can join. Well, if you remember Kyle the farmer, he has a plan for basically poisoning the town to take control of it. You can side with the sheriff to be the good old Johnny Law, or you can take the third option. Well, what third option is that, you might be asking? Well, we don't know yet. Well, I do, but I'm not going to spoil it. No siree. I don't know if I did in the previous map or not. I'll just assume that I didn't and move right on. But believe you me, it's getting pretty close. But we're not going to do that for right now. So if we look at the directory here, this way to the Botanic Gardens, and to the right for both the exit and the pumps and junkyard. Ooh. Well, we are actually down here to clear the gas tunnels, which are actually to the left. It doesn't actually tell you that. But yeah, you can open this door now if you want, but I think you will eventually circle back to here. Matter of fact, let me look ahead just a teensy little bit. Yes, okay. I think you, well, I think you can, no, I think this is the only way in or out of this area. That's right. You don't circle back through a further part. So yeah, we will be coming back here later. I'll just leave the doors open, because I don't think you can close them anyway. Yeah, once they're open, they're stuck open. That's no big deal. We'll go there later. For now, we are clearing out the gas tunnels. And this is a very loud elevator. Oddly enough, it's quieter once you get on. Very strange. Oh, yep. Yep. Had to be. We had to have at least one sewer map. Although, technically, I think Flooded District was kind of a sewer map. Just because of the nature of the level itself. But we will finally see our first few enemies down here. Head on through this door, and we're going to see some bug doggies. And more bug doggies. And barrels, because why not? So I typically like to take cover in here. Take care of the bug dogs that are actually on your side of this gate first. And that way you can take these guys out at your leisure. And I did grab a gas tank just now, so my Master Blaster ammo jumped from, or my reserve Master Blaster ammo jumped from 43 to 49 instead of 48, so I didn't squander any fuel. But here's the tunnels. Now, ouch. There we go. This is what we have to clear. Basically, actually, you know what? Let's go here first. Gather some junk, turn this valve to open the flood stop, and now we can get back out here. Okay. Pit stop over. So, this is what we have to clear. This is the opening that the mutants are coming in through the service tunnels from. Basically, our goal here is to activate these 3 valves to overload the system and cause a cave-in right here, which will prevent the mutants from ever coming through here again. Well, these valves are covered by these glass panels. we have to activate another valve in order to free them. There's 3 in total. There's one down there. There's one over there. And there's one just right here. Now, whenever you flip, or turn, I should say, one of these valves, some cannibals will spawn. Now, one of them will spawn in 1 or 2 regular cannibals along with a higher level cannibal. In one of the waves, you'll have 1 or 2 cannibal overseers. One of them, you will have 2 cannibal manslayers, and one you will have a cannibal master. I think this one back here, this is the closest one, so we'll get this one first. I think this is the one that summons the overseer. And it does. 3 cannibals and an overseer. Well, that's nothing we can't handle. Hey, pick on somebody your own size. Or better yet, just die. Alright, that's one valve down. Yeah, you can go ahead and turn that one if you want, but I'm going to free all 3 of them first because I want to. This valve in here will summon 2 or 3 cannibals as well as 2 cannibal manslayers, so a bit of a tougher wave here. Or maybe it's just 1 cannibal. But needless to say, he stands no chance against these shotgun and riot shield wielding manslayers. Nor do the manslayers stand any chance against this. Headshot. And shotgun shells. Excellent. Alright. That's 2 of the 3. Final one is all the way down here in this lovely sludge-filled pathway. And we just gotta find the valve here, which is right here. And then this one is going to summon 1 or 2 cannibals and a cannibal master. So this is technically, I guess, the hardest wave, since the master can deal the most damage if you're not careful, because he does have a master blaster. Oh, it's just the cannibal master, okay. Well, I have more freedom of movement. I'll take that from you. Thank ya. And then just 1, 2, and 3. Boom, 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 and cave in. Clear gas tunnels done. Excellent. Alright, so that takes care of the little mutant infestation problem. That is one of the 2... Now, this I did forget to mention, because I kind of forgot this is how it worked. When you clear the gas tunnels, that is one of the 2 things you can tell the sheriff that will allow you to gain access to visit Uptown, which is where the water baron is. The other thing you have to do is get the seeds, I believe, from the dome. Now that is through here. Remember that special suit we grabbed back in Outcast site? This is what we use it for. This tunnel over here, yeah, it's full of chlorine gas. We have to turn on 3 vents, or pumps, to vent all the chlorine out. And this is what you need the suit for. It is a timed objective. You have only 5 minutes, which is more than enough time. But we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to clear some more space first. Matter of fact, I think this whole section here is actually going to be a whole different part, because, like I said, this leads to the biodome, which is what the map is called, by the way. It's not called Botanical Garden. The red text is called Botanical Gardens, but the map itself is called Biodome. But that is what we will be visiting last. So we're not even going to forge the path to Biodome just yet. We're going to take care of some more business right here in Pipeworks first. But, for the time being, the tunnels have been cleared, this ladder has been dropped. This area, for now, is done. So now we shall head towards where those big doors were. Let's see what all we got around here. Ooh, verticality. I like. Now over here, you're going to have 2 bug dogs. We'll just smack them around a bit. There's going to be like 4 or 5 more up there. But we're going to go under this door first. And we're going to give these bug dogs in here a nasty little surprise. Fire in the hole. Oh, what? How did... Wow, that didn't even touch you all. What a ripoff. That exploded right near your face. Should have turned both y'all into chunky salsa. Whatever. I would call that a waste of a pipe bomb, but I don't really use the pipe bombs too much anyway, so it's whatever. Damn, that... At least I get the pipe bomb back that I used, but man, that was disappointing. I think maybe it exploded right here, and because it was around the corner of the wall, I didn't aim it as well as I could have. I should have aimed it a bit more this way, so it actually would have gone inside the vent, which would have killed them both. But oh well, that's one of the reasons why I don't use the pipe bombs too much. They are a little hard to aim, and the trajectory is a little awkward. But never fret, or never fear. We have more bug dogs. And we'll just go the old tried and true path for these guys. Shotgun to the face. This switch here, I believe, opens... Yes, it opens that door over there. There's going to be 2 more bug dogs up past this... Where are they? Oh, wow. Jeez, you all got all the way over there. You know what? Fire 1. And... Oh, crap. Fire 2. There we go. They don't usually get that far back. They're usually like right where the gate is, and I can just shotgun them from down here. Oh well. Let's see. This is where we have to go next, so we'll examine this area first. So, this must be a storage tank for Prosperity's water. Yes, this down here is Prosperity's drinking water supply, mainly for Uptown, where the guards and the water baron all live. This is the water that Prosperity purifies to make the water drinkable. And then if you go further up this way, you see this wall here. This wall looks pretty sturdy but old. That's a bit of a clue. 2 of the 3 paths you can take by siding with 2 of the 3 different factions, you will be given something that will blow up that wall. That's all I'll say about that for now, because I still haven't told you what the other faction is yet that you can follow. So, because of that, I will not spoil it too much. But what I will do is use the old smack hammer on some trash hags. Oh my god, so delicious. So yummy. And then, if we go through here and open this door... Oh, wait, no, not this one, I'm sorry. This door. This opens one of the 2 doors on the upper level here. That other one you will unlock later, so don't worry about it right now. What you do want to do is turn that valve to open that door, which allows this area to be flooded. And you want to do that because it now allows you to go this way, where the bug dogs were. Now we can get into that pipe over there. Pretty cool, no? Let me see. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Take a nice little dunk while I think for a sec. I don't think we're going to be finding any of the 3 secrets in this first part, now that I think about it. One of them is coming up, but we will not be getting it yet. One of them... of course, I would blank on the secret locations a bit on recording, because why not, right? One of them is after the dome, and then one of them is during... Yes, okay. One of them is during the part with the suit. So we're not going to be getting any of the secrets just yet. The first... Well, what will be the first secret is coming up relatively soon, but we're not going to be hitting it. What we are going to be doing, though, and hopefully I don't mess this one up. 4! Oh, lovely. It's always a bit of a risk to throw these things up, because if you don't look up far enough, they could bounce off the stairs and come right back at you, and that would hurt a lot. And then in here... No, sir. You die. Appreciate it. Take your armor scraps, too. Anyway, this door is locked. We'll open it from the other side. And then through here, we have our next area. Let's see. Yeah, up here. And then in here, we have a bit of a smorgasbord of enemies. We have bug dogs, but we also have a cannibal overseer. Just over there. There's another one on the other side of the room. Go ahead and take this one out first. And then we'll take him out as well. Excellent. Most excellent. That door is locked. For now. Oh, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Hello. Did you just... Ooh. Oh, that woke you guys up, huh? Okay, well, that ruined it. That's how this usually works. That manslayer over there is behind a computer desk. And I think me getting hit by the bug dog's attack woke him up. Well, he seems a little cranky. So why don't you just, take a nap. A permanent one. Alright. Now the coast is clear. Excellent. And through this window... Ooh, what is that flashing orange thing? That, my friends, is the third and final part of Project P.I.G. And not only will we be able to finally craft the thing... This is an elevator, by the way, but the power is non-existent right now. We have to power this place up. Anyway, once we collect that final part, we'll be able to not only construct Project P.I.G, but we'll also be able to find out what P.I.G stands for, because if you've noticed, technically it's Project P.I.G, because P.I.G is an acronym. We will find out what it means. This door here leads back to where these cannibals were, where we blew them all up with a pipe bomb ever so expediently. And then here we are, so we'll flip this switch to power up everything. No loud whirring sounds, we just flip a switch and things magically work. Isn't that nice? And then this...
Nice. Now I just need a workbench.
A gas saw mechanism. Ooh. This weapon sounds pretty heavy duty. I just said duty. But, yep. That metal shutter that was locked is now open. And we awoke some bad dudes. 2 bug dogs and 2 manslayers. You're getting a little close there. Back it up. And you, sir. Back it up as well. Oh, man, do I love this thing. So lovely. Okay, so where we have to go next is up this now powered-on elevator, but if we go through here first and open this door, guess what? This is the other door in this little caldera. Whatever this room is right here. So, yep, both the doors are now open. And next, we are going to go right on to the elevator. That's right. And while we're at it, do the usual spiel of making sure all my stuff is nice and reloaded. Even you. Even though all you can do is pew pew pew. Still love you, though. I like a laser tag gun that looks like this. I carry this thing around everywhere. In retrospect, that may not be a very good idea. Anyway. Ooh. Well, this is a pretty big room. Well, as Boomhauer from King of the Hill said, and dang old Geronimo. Oof. Bit of a hard fall, but hey. It's quicker than going down them stairs. Now, you want to be careful, because inside this vent is the one and only trip bomb trap, and I am ashamed to admit how much this trap has caught me, because I just wasn't paying attention. But what could be hiding all the way down here? Well, we have some junk and some shells and a door. Well, let's just see what we got through it, shall we? But, ha! Knew I heard someone creeping around back here. The hell are you doing down here, Scav? Hi. How are you? Look, Scav, I'll make it simple. This is Roamer territory. The boss doesn't want anyone down here. If you want to speak to him, go topside. Boss? Garavito, our leader. Go back the way you came, head topside, head to the Junkyard gates. He wants to talk to every scaver coming through the Badlands. It's important, so don't ignore it. Alright. Good. Honor his word, and he will reward you greatly. For we are the roamers. Feed the machine. Well, well. The roamers, the infamous roamers who look like every other vulture raider I've slayed here in the Badlands and everywhere else. So, if you cross this threshold here, or obviously kill any of these guys or shoot them, or I think even make a sound with your jackhammer, they will turn hostile and they will stay hostile. But, if we do what the guard said to do, go topside, head to the junkyard gates, the non-barred gates, that is, we can venture into the junkyard with no hostilities at all and find Garavito and talk to him. So, this is the third and final faction you can side with. Yes, you can actually side with the roamers if you want. And I will explain what all three of these sides do later on. We will get some more exposition. But yes, oh, and the first secret, by the way, is inside that room where all the roamer guards are. We can't go through there right now. Once you talk to Garavito, who's in the junkyard, by the way, and by the way, the map is called Junkyard, not Scrapyard. Once you talk to Garavito and you give him the impression that you'll work for him, or just, you know, talk to him, as long as you aren't an asshole to him, the roamers here will be non-hostile, and you can take the secret exit, which is also in that room where they were, to go back into here from the other side, get the secret in there in the room they're standing in, and again, as long as you don't do anything to make them hostile, they won't be hostile. So, yes, we will not be getting any secrets in this map just yet. We are just, you know, just exploring the place a bit, gathering up some supplies, and getting a bit of a twist at the ending. Yes, we have to actually talk. Why am I going this way? We have to actually talk to the roamers. Now, this is definitely an interesting twist because, yeah, these are the only, well, they're not vultures, even though they have the same skins as vultures. These are the only raiders you can actually talk to and not have them be immediately hostile and try to kill you. So, I mean, this is definitely an interesting enough development, shall I say. So, why don't we oblige them? Why not, right? What's the worst that could happen? Well, a lot of bad could happen, actually, but we'll oblige them for a while, see what they have to say. Might as well, right? You don't get this opportunity but once in a blue moon. So, we're going to head to the junkyard, but before we do that, oh yeah, you know what's coming up. We finally got Project P.I.G, and we can construct this bad boy. Project P.I.G, construction of an ultra-powerful gas-powered weapon using slugs as ammunition. Requires specialized parts to complete. 3 of 3 collected. Well, let us construct the pneumatic incinerator gun, and that is what P.I.G stands for. Project Pneumatic Incinerator Gun. Or Project P.I.G, or P.I.G if you'd rather. But let's construct her. Ooh. Constructed the Killer P.I.G. Excellent. This is a badass looking little thing, and it uses slugs as ammo. Well, let's see what you can upgrade her with, why don't we? Let's see, we have to choose another weapon first, and then go back into the Killer P.I.G choice. Tier 1, Barbecue P.I.G, Salvo Mod. Additional feed system and gas torch allows a burst of 3 slugs. Short range incendiary effect. Ooh. Propane tubes. Propane and propane accessories. Well, I don't know if I will actually upgrade this, because honestly, I don't really use it all that much. It's just kind of a novelty, but, you know, it is always a choice. You know what? Before I make anything else, real quick, since I have already gone ahead and, you know, cleared out the tunnels, let's turn it into patch. I already cleared out the tunnels. Really? That'll be a big help. It'll be nice to not have to worry about getting killed and eaten whenever I do my maintenance cycle. That's always nice. Let me throw something your way as a reward. A little scrap. I'll throw in a good word with the sheriff as well. Thanks. More junk is always helpful. Thanks. No sweat. Anything else I can help you with? You've definitely made my job a lot easier. I found a hazmat suit. Let me see that. Yes! This is the same type of suit the other guy had. Looks like the tank still has some air. That's good. No cuts or tears. Looks like you got lucky, Scavenger. I'm a little worried about the rubber seals, though. They look pretty old. I wouldn't plan on being in that gas any longer than about 5 minutes. Remember, even one breath of that stuff could kill you. I've heard it's happened before. Gas? I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, this place had a really dumb design. The gas is stored in tanks, and the vents keep it from flooding the storage areas. If the venting has failed again, you'll need to get through the gas and restart all 3 pumps to clear the air and unseal the passage to the dome. Yeah, I know. It's a really, really dumb design. I'm surprised the old world let something like this exist. Seems a really stupid system to me. Someone could die down there. You mentioned someone else tried this. Yeah, one of our guys. Danny, I think his name was. Don't know where he is now. He reached the dome but had to come back. He said something about floating monsters and trees that attacked when you got near. Some crazy bullshit. He looked like he was hurt. Had a weird green mold on his clothes. But he wandered off back into the tunnels. They sent a patrol down there, but they never found him. You mentioned gas lines? Let's see. What kind of protection would I need? A lot of the chemicals they used to use here were stored down there. Over the years, they've kind of started to leak. That mask you wear won't be enough. This stuff will burn your skin, and one breath could kill you. You'd need something with full protection and an oxygen supply. The last guy who tried managed to buy a hazmat suit from Silver. Have you met him? He runs a store on the south side of Lowtown. What happened to that guy? Thanks for the help. Alright, so, go ahead and turn in that one objective there. Get us 100 more scrap. So now I can mod... Let's see, what's 150 times 4? That's 400 scrap. So I can mod 4 things. I don't think I will be modding that much right now, but let's see what we can do. Oh, I know what I will be doing, though. Yeah, baby. Let's get that Got-Your-Backhammer. Ooh, listen to that baby purr. You got the Got-Your-Backhammer efficiency mod. So yes, this thing now runs on biofuel. It is much more fuel efficient, and listen to that engine. It's got a much deeper sound now. Love it. Love it, love it. So I will be at least doing that. But let's see what else. Ooh, readjust myself in this chair here. Okay, let's see. The 45, no, I don't really like the tier 2 mod for that, to be honest. Part of me really does want to show off the tier 2 mod for the autoloader or the Glock. I just don't really know how much I would actually use it, to be honest. But I'll leave it alone for now. Yes, this one. The super duper sawed off. Because who needs a double barrel shotgun? Or wait, no, I already have the triple barrel, that's right. That's a whole different... Oh yeah, that's that's reduction of recoil. That's not a third barrel, I already have that. I'm dumb. I am dumb. Let's see. Rifles, Junker muskets obviously already fully modded. Military rifle, the M16. That's the full auto mod. I don't really need that, to be honest. I do need to start using this thing, for real. And we will be finding some ammo for it in Biodome, but I don't think you'll find any in Scrapyard without, you know, causing a ruckus. And so, real quickly, I will say, what I've done in the past is when I get to those roamer guards in Pipeworks, I just shoot them. And which turns all the roamers hostile permanently. Well, you don't want to do that because, remember what the sheriff said in the previous video, there's still that big giant army of mutants nearby, and if you cause a gunfight this early, you're going to attract attention. Now, that does not affect the gameplay, it just affects the ending that you can get. And let's just say you don't want to attract the attention of the mutants. We'll wait it out, we'll be nice and quiet and peaceful for now, and then we'll only go loud and crazy when we get the okay, because, you know, you don't want prosperity to be wiped out. Well, fuck me, I just spoiled it. So that's what'll happen. In the ending, if you cause a fight too early, for one thing, the Baron's going to scold you, and he'll let you know, well, shit, now there's going to be mutants all over the place. And the ending will tell you, yeah, mutants wiped out the whole town. So, yeah, whoops. Sorry, I spoiled it. So yeah, we're going to be quiet for now, but you will receive a dialogue cue that will let you know it's okay to actually start going, if not fully loud, at least louder. But yeah, so we're not going to be causing any fights yet. Anyway, M16, full auto mod. I don't really think I need that. Laser gun, that just turns your... Oh, yeah. Green laser, cosmetic mod. Changes harmless ruby laser to harmless but cooler emerald laser. Cosmetic only. Green is the new red. How the fuck do you open this thing? 9 volts? So yeah, the tier 1 upgrade is just a green laser. But I don't want to use my junk on that, at least not right now. But what I will potentially do is... Let's see what the Master Blaster is here. High pressure tank capacity mod increases capacity 50%. So yeah, it increases your tank size from, what do you have, 6? So it makes it go from 6 to 9, I believe. Nice. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. High pressure tank capacity mod. And then I think the tier 2 mod is a range mod, I think. Tier 2, jet spray nozzles, range mod. Yep, I was right. Increases range of both fire modes considerably. Requires 150 junk to complete. The blueprint says garden hose. Honestly, this one is not as needed because the primary fire is long range enough as long as you aim it up a little bit, which is very easy to get used to. It would benefit mostly the secondary fire mode because the flamethrower is a little bit short range, but I'm not going to do it right now. Oh, wait. I don't want to leave. Actually, yes, I did. I did want to leave. Yeah, we're done. I would like more capacity, and we got the side pouch for adding more gas tanks. So that's always nice. So yeah, we constructed Project Pig, and we got the first mod for the Master Blaster. Very nice. But we are going to get on our old friend Lucy here. And again, once we get our bike back, I will sell her to the Beastmaster there. Now that she's officially a champion, albeit in a very unconditional way, you will get $300 for selling her to the Beastmaster instead of $150. So, we will save it for later, because I would really rather not go everywhere here on foot. It doesn't take too long, but I would still really rather not. Anyway, here we are again. The old junkyard. Oh boy. And yes, this is the Roamer's insignia. A red R with 5 red stars around it. Yep, these guys look pretty serious. Well, we haven't turned anyone hostile yet, so that's good. They are apparently willing to listen to reason. Well, actually, right now they just want to talk to me. I am a scaver, and they want to talk to every scaver coming through the Badlands, as the Roamer guard said. Oh man, that engine though. Oh, my girl sounds mean now. Anyway, let's let's head inside. Oh, that enemy count, my goodness. The Junkyard? Nope, just Junkyard. But yeah, so that'll do it for this one. We went through Pipeworks. We cleared out most of it. I think the final remaining enemies are mostly those roamers you saw in there. So these last few parts are going to be a little bit different. We are going to be working with different factions. We're not just going to be gunning everybody down, at least not yet. I'm going to take a quiet approach for now, because, you know, you don't want to attract the army of mutants, which will inevitably cause Prosperity to be wiped out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So not as long this time. We did have to take a bit of a pit stop back to Prosperity to get the side pouch and the bandolier. But other than that, it was pretty standard fare. But yes, this next one though, oh boy, this next one's going to be interesting. We're now in the home territory of the roamers, who apparently want to talk to me because I am a scavenger after all. And we have a lot of things to find here. We have 42 items. God only knows how much of that is first aid kits. 9 secrets. And I will also spoil this much. Actually, no, I won't. Nope, I'm not spoiling Jack. You'll have to find out and see what would have been spoiled. But yeah, that'll do it for now. So, until next time, that was Pipeworks Part 1. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all have an amazing rest of your day or night. And I will see you next time when we venture into the Roamers' home territory and see what their leader Garavito has to say. Oh boy. Well, I did already mention that this is the third faction you can side with. God only knows what these guys would like to do, though. I have some ideas. But that'll be for next time. So until that time comes, I will see you all when I see you. Bye-bye.